Hi, today I will talk about the cause and the cure of autism, ADHD, and depression. First question I want to add and ask all the PD and psychologists about this. First is skin is the key of the problem. Skills are learned or born. Skills are learned by environment or born with gen. Because they said ADHD, autism is caused by gen. But the character of the ADHD or autistic children, they lack of all skill, social skill. And I have my new theory about this. I debate all the question and understanding. Not born. It is the product of environment. For example, reading, speaking, or social skill. It is a skill children can learn from the environment, not born. They speak English because they grow in the English-speaking country. They have social skill of Westerner because they live in that country also. But the autistic kid or ADHD kid, they lack all of this, or poor of this. They cannot learn well as a normal kid. The reason why? We should ask why. Many scientists of PDs, they blame for the genes or other. They even think for vaccine. I don't know what they think in their head. It's not affect much to the skill. Autistic kids, ADHD kids, and depression kids, they lack of the social skill, and skill is learned. This one is learned from environment. So this is born from environment, created by environment, not born with this. We are wrong for so long. There are 4 factors to determine whether or not the kid will get autism, ADHD, or depression or not. 4 factors. And the combination of these 4 factors will create a variety of the autism, or they call the rainbow of autism, or syndrome of autism. Let's see the 4 factors. First, love. Second is collection. Third is the problem of stimulation. And the fourth is stress. Let's see the love. All people, all parents, they say they love their kid, but they have the wrong love. They do not have unconditional love. If they want to know right about love, they should ask the Mother Teresa. They're wrong so long because they think they love their kid, they support all for their kid, and they sacrifice their kid. No, love is not sacrifice. Love is enjoy. Love with understanding. Let me see in the society, a lot of people have anger, has expectation, so and have bad negative emotion. So this distorts the love. This anger with love can make pain. Anger with expectation can make pain. And love with all the other negative can make pain. Let's see the indication of the negative or positive in the society or in the family of the kid with autism and ADD. You will see the number 1, the attitude, negative or positive. That's one. It distorts the love, not the love. Let's see if love with expectation or love with greed, love can make pain. That's the conditional love. Love with demand, love may put more pain. First, greed. And the other, love with anger. Let's see the parent or the people in that community, they anger all the time, they fight all the time, and they blame all the things. They have negative energy. It's the love with anger. Love with anger will make pain more than good. And the other is love with ignorance. They do not understand the self, they don't understand the other, they don't understand their kid, they do not understand the society. So their love can make pain more than good. That one. Greed, anger, and ignorance is the 3 poison in the Buddhism philosophy. They suffering because they have greed, anger, and ignorance. And the way to escape it is not easy. So we stuck in this. There's a way. It's the way of train the self, of self-development. So, look at the society about. They would call it unconditional with the need of more, or the need of greed, or need of anger. And many of that, they have greed, need, more anger and ignorance. They cause suffering. And the first one who's suffering is the kid with autism, ADHD and depression. Love with greed cannot make joy. Love with anger cannot make joy. And love with ignorance cannot make joy. No joy, how they can learn the social skill or their skill to live well in that society. That's what love. They have to understand, they understand again. Because love make pain, their love make pain in the kid and kid lack of society skill. And they have to work hard to try more, to change the defect they make on the kid. And they think that their hard work is the sacrifice, they're not bad for the kid. No, they create that environment. Not gen, not food, not vaccine, not air, not poison. Make the kid lack of skill. It can make defect in the body or change in the body, but it's not the skill. And that's why you see the love. And the kids lack of that skill. Let's see, love with selfish, love with other, and manipulating, and love with trading. That is selfish love. Let's see the kid how lead the love of the parents. Kid hunger for love. In the emotional intelligence of the Daniel Gilbert, he saw a small monkey. It's a mind in a research on small monkey. They put the monkey in the cage, lock it out, and put separate with the monkey mother. And after for a long time, they open the cage for the monkey to run. They put two sides. One side is the modern monkey's mother. The other side is the milk. The small monkey hunger, but it rushed to the sample of the monkey mother. It hug, twist, not care much about food. That's the hunger of love. Kids hunger for love because love can make certainty, love can make protection, and they are the weak ones, so they need love more than any other. And love can create in the mind or brain the chemical like the serotonin and oxytocin. The serotonin and oxytocin is the target of the antidepressant and antipsychotic medication. We are around for so long. When we make good to others, we have serotonin in the brain. It brings the happiness. Oxytocin also. When we make love to others, we do good to others, we have oxytocin and serotonin in the brain. It's more than the medication can create in the brain, the antidepressant medication and antipsychotic medication. That's why the number one, the love. We have to redefine the love, what it is and what needs to change. Okay, so the next factor, the second factor is the collection. We have to redefine the collection to the environment, make the skill of the kid, make the thinking of the kid, and make the belief of the kid. The people, in the brain of people, they have the mirror neuron. In the mirror neuron, that's when the kid watch what parents are doing, what the father is doing. In the brain of the kid have the pattern of the mirror, same like the pattern of the mirror who doing it. So the kid can repeat that easily. Never use scissor, but they see you using scissor. They can learn better, so use this. Mirror neuron, mirror the pattern of neuron in the other brain. So the collection make that. Speaking English, because they live in a speaking English country. When they hear the English, maybe they hear English child, so they can have the pattern of brain. Same like the speaking people. So they have the instinct or native language of English. That's the collection. Mirror neuron or imitate the environment to live well in the environment. That's the instinct of the weak. The kid is very weak. They have to adapt to live well with that. First, they need nerve to live well, and second, they need the skills, the environment skill or social skill to live well in that society. No collection, nothing. Let's see what collection can make the small kid in their life. When small kid or newborn kid left in the jungle, the kid are adopted by the wolf or the monkey. The kid, if adopted by the wolf, the kid will go by 4 legs, no arm, no leg, separate much, and when hissing, smelling, and the barking instead of talking. Kids naturally, when they're too small, live in the jungle, they cannot speak any human language also. That's the collection. If the kid are raised by the monkey, neither Tarzan, you see, or other, the kid have the monkey habit and ability, cannot speak the human language. If kid lived by the sheep also, the cat, these kids in the past people have seen it. When they separate the kid from that crowd of animals, the kid will stretch and die soon. Look on the internet, you will see that this example. That's the collection. And the collection of the small animal can make the animal may think that people are their friend. This is the way of taming lion, leopard. When you tame the lion, you not tame the big or mature lion. It's better to raise the small lion, and the small lion will need you. It's like the dog, we're taming a dog. Maybe with the dog, the origin of dog is the wolf, but we feed it, raise the small, so now we have the dog is our friend. It's not attacker. In the Saudi Arabian, people like to have the pet like leopard. Maybe they tame the small leopard as a family member, and the rich man want a leopard as a pet. That is the taming, the training as small as possible. It means the collection to the environment, and they misthink that they're part of the environment and they behave like the environment. That's the collection. And the collection to the society or to the environment. Normal kids will have the religions, the accent, the belief, the voice, the tongue, or the native language of that area. They are not born with this. If that sibling are raised in other area, they will have another language, not the same, neither the other. That's one. It is the product of collection. Collections from small with need the support, neither love and the encouragement. The kid can have all the skill of that society. Cut the collection. Nothing. The kid even cannot speak well, work well, do well, or communicate well. That is the collection. So, in the modern society, the development of the technology, the device, the internet, and the smartphone, this tech device cut the chance of collection of the kid to society. This is a big reason to answer why the tendency to depression and ADHD and autism are soaring. Even the standard life matter. It cut love, it cut collection. They use more of their time for the technology device. Too much text of virtual words can make that one. And how a love and collection affect by gender. In the gender, neither male and female can tend in the instinct, because the instinct is to raise kid and to born kid. The instinct can have much more chance to make love and collection than the boy. All of the work need the love and collection or the caring. Love do well, the female do well. Woman can make all of this better than man, even in selling, persuading, or consulting. Need collection. That's the gender. They strong than in the nerve and collection than the man. So gender in autism and ADHD is the big factor. More kids, more boys get autism and ADHD than the girl. It's the gender. It makes the love and collection. That's a small, insignificant difference in the instinct can make them the outlier. You want to understand more, you can see the outlier of Marco well and the rule of 10,000 hours. The gender, number one. And the autism and the ADHD have the distribution different in the city and the country. City and the country have different in the love and collection to the society. In the city, they cut the chance making collection to the society. They're afraid or not, and they live in the box, travel in the box, and play in box. In the city, in the countryside, no. They play with other kids, they play safely and play with nature. They have collection with the society and with the nature. So they have all the learned skill. That's the skill they learn from the society. The parent in the countryside, they poor than the parent in the city, and they do not have chance to teach their kid, neither parent in the city, but the kid have all learned skill from the society they live, the environment they live. That's the number two that love and collection can explain why different in the percentage of autism and ADHD in the city and countryside. The other can show you in the kid when were raised in the orphanage, the lack of love and collection to the society. They are feeding well with food, they have feed enough to grow, but they not have enough love and collection to the society, the encouragement, so they have some problem in the social skill. When the kids are adopted by the parent, the kids tend to have many more social skills or social problem than the healthy kid, the other kid. That is. This combine all with explain why the tendency of autism and ADHD are soaring. The previous time the United States already have one kid in 80 tend to have autism, but now the percentage one in 59. That's the changing problem. So let's see the love and collection affect to the animal. You can see how affect to the kid because they did not make the research on the kid, but if observed they can see that. But to make this on animal, it's okay. Locking a dog in a small room for a week or for a month, you will see how crazy it is. It will crush own thing, it will fight or fly own thing, and it wants to run away. It has environment collection to the other to run. Yes, that is. But you can knock a kid for years until they got the problem. All kids want to go out, eat their instinct, to want to see variety, to see the nature, to see something new, to forget all the stuff you have, boring stuff you have for them, until they got the problem. That's the way we see it. You can try it by you stay at home for several days, doing nothing. You will crazy or stressed, and you have the empathy of the stress the kids have. That's the love and collection. You see that? All people, the skill come from the collection to the environment. Kid in the city or in the supermarket or is near the area of market, tendency to have social skill or selling skill or persuasion skills than kid in the countryside. That's the skill. Speaking English is not the born skill. It's a learned skill, and learn speaking English is not easy for even for healthy kids. You can observe that, but they have all the instinct to live that well. Even kid born in Vietnam, you can raise in the United States, the kid will have English as the native language. They never know anything of Vietnamese. That's the collection. So this one can enough to explain the tendency, and we will find deeper why and how. I remember in I have read one study how love and collagen can make on the mice, small mice. Small mice have separate from the parent, for the mother, for just several times a day when it's the very small mice, newly born. So that mice, when grow up, they have some problem in their ability to escape from the maze of to pass the test of the cognitive at other mice. Just separate small time, and the mice when grow they will suffer stress like that. And that mice when they see in the brain, that mice that have many more problems than the normal mice in the brain, and that mice have more cortisone in the brain. That is, yes, like a chemical of love, but they have the chemical of stress. Love and collagen, and the other is stimulation. Or the difficulty we need to have to put the kid to have the chance to grow their ability. Too much love with the greed, too much love with the anger, too much love with ignorance. We unconsciously cut the difficulty needed for the kids to develop the ability. Speaking is a skill, problem solving is a skill, communicating is a skill, but we cut all of that chance, and the kid cannot grow well. No pain, no gain, no challenging, no masker. Airplane is resistant force to the resistance of air to fly, bird also. But the pain or the challenging should be suitable to make the kid feel joy enough, well enough to grow and live well and have social skill well. So too much caring, too much demanding, too much perfecting from environment can harm more for the kid than the normal one. Thus, no pain, no gain, no love, no collagen, and lack of understanding. Economy cannot change the situation. So even some kids in the rich family get autism and ADHD. We can see that when we have the problem, we solve that, we can feel the joy or happiness of the getting done with the problem. That is our problem to cut own chance of difficulty and ability in the kid. Doing this, doing that, helping other, getting praisement, getting help, getting asked, can make the kid have more social skill than the kid cut own chances. You supply too much for the kid will become more greedy than the other, more tendency to anger than the other, and it needs to ignore and not understand self and other, and kids suffer stress more. That is dopamine. When you get dopamine, the accumulation of joy from small tasks can help the kid. And dopamine is one of the chemicals in the antipsychotic medication to create in the brain of the kid. It's our problem. It's a love without understanding, no challenging, no pain, no gain. It's the best answer for you. You give the kid all the time, no pain, no problem, unconditional love, but with greed and anger. So in unconscious need, the kid get the problem. Work play can have endorphin. Jumping, playing, dancing, kicking, or play all other game can make the kid feel joy and create the endorphin in the brain, so kid can live well, healthy than the other kid. Easy for you also, we also. When we do the hard work in the brain, we create endorphin, and endorphin make us more strong, feel less pain than the other. Do not have endorphin, so we can do more, act more, and the do, act, and communicating and solving our problem can make us have the ability or the social skill to live well. That is our life. We cut all chances. Kids can get joy from or get dopamine from getting gift but they will not and never get the dopamine from getting the result. That is our problem. So no pain, no gain, joy and persistence and endurance to achieve the worldwide goal can make the ability for skill or the social skill. That's one. Look at the pattern or the symptom of the kid they have now. Many come from lacking social skill. And when kids do not have skill, they will suffer stress even with small problem. That's a stress problem. They need social skill, they need communicating, they need persuading, they need talking to get the job done, to get the thing they want, so they do not have stress, suffer stress anymore. But they don't have ability to do that. Small problem can make them stress also. Even they stress in the city, in the home and in the school, we had a lot of support for that kid than the other kid. They have stress, so they tend to fight or fly. Fight, it means they fight or break or kick or making want to fight. And fly, it means they will reserve. They have when I read the body language, you will see the kid have the fight or fly tendency and more. They will reserve or draw back like the autism, or they fight like the autistic. It means they do not get the thing they want. They become stressed and fight or fly. And the other symptom is the indifference. Let's all the other learn the body language. They will see the kids are suffering from stress. They do not feel joy. When you feel joy, you will open, you will sleep well, you will smile all day. That is joy. But the kids know the fight or fly, they lack the communicating language, the social language, so they reserve. Even they look down and they feel tired all the time. It's the stress chemical, adrenaline and noradrenaline, make them prepare to fight or fly. That's the problem. They even fight or fly, not as the parent of autistic and ADHD kids. They have to fight all the day, all the time, even at home and at school. They never feel safe and peace as the normal kid anymore. That's the ability we do not have, make them have a social skill or ability to solve for the kid. That is fight or fly. You can read all the stress symptoms or all the side signal of stress by reading the effect of the cortisone and adrenaline and noradrenaline in the body. You will see that the stress effect. Yeah, easy. Look at the table. It can show for you. This one, you can see that. This is our problem. Read the body language. We see they suffer stress, but we blame that stress is caused by the gen and the vaccine or other things like the food, the poison, the chemical or the preservative in the food. No. They suffer stress because they lack of social skill. They don't have skill anymore to live well with that. Let's see, redefine the stress. We too much wrong understanding about the human need and the human being, so we do not understand stress as it really is. The stress is mean that when you have the basic need, when you have some needs like this, the need can be described well by Abraham Maslow or the Autoimmune. It's easier to understand that. We all have the need as the other being. Kids have that need also. Let me show the need explained by the Autoimmune. The first need is need of the certainty or the need of safety. When we get this need, we feel well. When we get the thing to satisfy the need, we feel well. We feel okay or less stressed anymore. The second need is uncertainty. We need a variety environment. We need an everyday variety to feel joy enough, not stress anymore. Too much boring or too much thing follow our idea or follow our want can make us boring or stress that we do not know why. The third need is the need of love, true love, unconditional love. That's one. The fourth need is the need of significant. Significant, it means that they feel important, they feel encouragement, they feel it being paying attention. So technology can cut the chance of significant also. And the fifth need is development. All want to develop. If they get the thing to develop, they can feel well. But if they don't, they can feel stressed also. And the last one is a little contribution. That's one. All people have that. So let's see the basic one. The need of certainty and uncertainty, and need of love and significant. All our behavior is to get the thing to satisfy the need. If we not get it, we will suffer stress. Really stress. And kids did also. We may think that we support the kid with food and the toy can make the kid joy. No, they have others need, neither need of love, the collection, the difficulty to grow, to look better. If not, they suffer stress. That's one. We see the side of stress, and then in body, the stress brain make the stress hormone control the body and all the body and the symptoms. Like this, it's same like the rainbow of autism. The behavior, the physical change, it is the autism rainbow. You can see this. If suffering through stress, no chance, no joy to learn any skill at all. They only learn the social skill when they feel nice, open, and joy. You also, when you learn the skill, all other skill, we have to be wealth, health, and joy. No, the kids suffer all stress. They have they lost the chance of the golden time, the time they learn the social skill, the communication skill, and the language skill. All of that skill, they suffer stress, so they do not learn it anymore. And problem put on them, neither problem of the parents. They do not have ability to deal with that, the stress of the family, the stress of financial in family, or all other problem. Sometimes, if healthy kid can live well, but the problem parent put on them too much, they can suffer stress also. Some family of the autistic kid and ADHD kid, the parents tend to arguing, debating, or shouting, or the percentage of divorcing are higher than other family. This is the environment. Let's look at all the statistics will show you that the stress. We suffer stress, or kids suffer stress consciously or unconsciously. That they cannot control. They do not have ability. So skill one. So love, collection, ability, and the stress are the four factors to determine the result of the autism or ADHD or the autism rainbow. That is. How to know that? You should equip some of this to see they are the state of mind, because state of mind, when the state of mind change, it stimulates the brain to increase the hormone change, and it change the whole body. That's changing. The state of mind changing, that we only learn till this sun, the hormone system. We do not know which control the hormone system is the state of mind. And read the body language, it read in the brain, the state of mind. The body language will tell about the state of mind. And see the quality of sleeping, eating, of if they stress or fear, it's the state of mind also. And quality of learning and lacking social skill, they are stress and fear in the mind also. They are suffering stress. How to know they have the social skill? Their official test is the EQ test. You can test that social skill of all people, all the graduate students, and this skill can test on the kid. The graduate student have more higher EQ can have more success, more chance of success in the society than the other student. So this kid also, the healthy kid have more social skill or the with tested EQ. So the kid have or become the outlier in the autism and ADHD. That outlier, small insignificant difference can make the change. That's the EQ. No EQ, they even stress at home, they not be understood, and they cannot understand their parents are talking or communicating with them, and back and forth they suffer stress also, and all suffer, parent also. So in a state of mind, so how to make the therapy or make intervention? Let me see some positive therapy, some NLP, some meditation, some affirmation, some pre-hug are the best therapy for the kid. Some parents, when they know their kid have problem, they spend all the time in the teaching, in playing, and in kissing the kid. That makes the difference, not the intervention of the center. So intervention center make more kids suffer more problem. They do not have peace, they don't have love, they don't have connection. They only teach by skill. No, when it's put in state of mind, well, they learn all the skill the society can give it to you. When you are stressed, you come to another country, you suffer more stress or you can get depression. But when you state of mind, well, when you travel to other countries, you learn all the skill of that country to live well in that country. Kids know how to like that. So that's a big difference. When the parent understand, make more love, make more connection, encouragement, kids can live well, and some even autistic can have that. You see, some autistic kids and ADHD kids, they can become talent. But no one can become talent in the EQ or the communicating skill on the persuading area. They cannot selling. They can only have the logical skill. They can become talent in logical, but not talent in the social or emotional skill. That's the talent we need to really understand again. Skill are learned. And nowadays, scientists see that there effect or some problem in the brain and in the gene. Big question. In the philosophy, they said all in one in all, and both are interdependent. No single factor can have the independent from the other factor. So we will come to conclusion soon that gene or brain also the symptom of the autism and ADHD. In the brain and gene, it's not the cause anymore. It's the symptoms. It's not the symptom in the blood, in the intestine, in the body, in the muscle, and in the physical activity. All that brain. If the problem of state of mind, it called different name like the gene, the brain, the body, the behavior, the ability, and the sleep and the eating. That's the problem. State of mind control. So sometimes therapy to control the brain can change all the other. Kids or all the other animals can learn well because they have the conditioned response. This is explained very well by the Abraham Maslow. The other is the conditioned response. Kids can control by the environment. They control and they are controlled by have been solved by the Pavlov experiment on the dog. Feed the dog, ring the bell, and the dog will increase saliva to eat the food. Next time, only ring the bell. The dog will have saliva as if we give them food. So it's the conditioned response. The animal and the kid will have the response with the stimulation. Some we can see that stimulation, feel or hear that, but some it's out of our threshold of sensual, but still have that. The conditioned response. Your language, speaking is a conditioned response. Train enough is the skill, and enough it can become a skill. Driving, speaking, learning, or even cooking, using all the other tools is the conditioned response. The conditioned response only get well, or you mean when you learn skill well, only when state of mind very positive or very encouragement. That's conditioned response. Put that. Learn to drive the car. When you drive a car, it's the condition important. Put on the dot of knowledge about the driving into driving a car. You just need a support. You can learn this one. Oh, it's the condition response. You're not born to drive a car. Even in the future, people can fly with this private machine. They're not born with that, but they can fly because it's a condition response, and kids can learn it well. Using computer also is a condition response. This will make that. This will make that. It's the dot of the knowledge in the brain. Driving a car, speaking, doing all other work, or even business skill is the condition response. If this with that, if this with that, and do it more, it's become the instinct, and the leader or the bad entrepreneur, they have condition response with the business more than the other. And they can have the gut feeling about this. But the autistic and ADHD kid suffering stress, they have condition response at the stress. They do not have the needed social skills, so they tend to act fight or flight with normal things. We call they overreact, but in their brain or their mind, they act as if before. The side you do not see, you see it behavior is normal, but they overreact to the thing. It in the brain, it controls it. It's not a depression patient. They may overreact to the small things, so small stimulation to the other people, but that small have embedded in their brain. A rapid girl, she rapid in 5 minutes, but whenever she feels the smell, the noise, the sound, or the air, or even the changing environment of that experience, she can suffer stress, she can suffer depression. Thus, the kid can get that. It's same the mechanism. The condition response of fight or flight or indifference. We have to connect with them, understand them, and stimulate more to open them, and they can learn own social skill, not the teaching or the forcing like that. That's the condition response. Disease condition response also. Sometimes some people have the pain or migraine changing by the environment, something before the weather change. The atmosphere, the humidity in the atmosphere change. They can have more pain before the changing weather in the neck and in the back also. That the condition response is contain our body when you come to the new room with the hot temperature. You feel it hot, but stay that 5 or 10 minutes, you will feel okay. It's the condition response. When you come to another room, it's very cold. You feel cold, chill a little bit, but after that, for just 10 or 20 minutes, you live well in that country. In this room, is condition response. When you come to other community, you learn all that skill unconsciously, and you live well in that society. It's the condition response. You can feel well with their belief, their activity, and their behavior. It's the condition response. What if kids have the condition response in the stress, fear, and anxiety environment? They lack a chance to have the positive or the state of mind well, so they can live happy as other kids. Sorry, we are wrong for so long. It's create more and more. And how if the kids have condition response in the stress or fearful environment for months or year or 20 years, they can never again become the healthy. So as much as possible, we should read this sign. The social skill can see in the kid of 2 or 3 months old or 6 months old. No need to machine test it. Just parents speak eye to them and smile with them and call their name or make any sound or interesting thing to see their attention. If they do not pay attention, they may stress a little bit, or they indifferent to the sound or the sight. That healthy kid or normal kid, 2 months old or 6 months old or 3 months old, they can respond to that stimulation, especially from parents as nerve stimulation. That the destination we need to get this. Not wait to 6 months old or 12 months old. The golden time has lost. They can learn, but much more difficult than the previous time. That is, so how to know the kid? I guarantee when you put notes mind to mind with them, making fun, the parent can see that the kid can catch. I can catch it well also. But autistic cat will not get see eye to eye when you see them. When they make sound and make the eye blink or make the muscle in the face, they don't have the response like that. It means they have suffered stress, and they need that intervention small time like that. They need more love and understanding, and teaching parents is much more effective than therapy on the kid. We are wrong for a long time. It's a conditional response. If we do not understand that, we can get the kid to get the therapy, but still no nerve, no collection. They sleep in the separate area, and they suffer still stress in that family. How they can have that? And the variety of the stress, the collection and nerve make the determinism rainbow of autism. And is the sign of rainbow autism is nearly the same as the sign or symptom of the stress, chronic stress. That is, my body are not in harmony. The autoimmune system will destroy the thing that do not follow the mind. That's maybe the new theory about the autoimmune disease. When the heart blood race, when the heart beat faster, because of the control of the brain, it said danger, fear, stress, need to prepare the heart race, the glucose race to meet the demand for fight and flight. In the mechanism of all animal, we are animal also. So races, even sleep at home, stay in family, and the other it race all the time. It make all the body function abnormal. And but because it raised, because they still fear or anger or want to fight, but they cannot. And the physical body say that calm down boy. The feedback mechanism to regulate that symptom is the feedback of normal. But when you feel well, state of mind well, if feedback is okay. But when you fear or stress, if you reduce it means the self-regulating mechanism, the feedback mechanism, will be destroyed. That's one, maybe best explanation. Autoimmune disease or all other disease caused by the autoimmune system ignorantly attack the body cell, but very collectively. In the diabetic type 1, only the cell increase, cell make insulin attack the other cell, like by that, no attack at all. And in the other autoimmune disease, only specific cell, you can see that the variety of stress, and it's much more variety that it need many more to do research with this. Theory and this assumption. We cannot separate the brain in the brain, the mind in the mind, the hand in the hand, and the intestine in the intestine, and in the heart in the heart. No, it's the whole system. It's same like one in the family in the country, one in the country also. It said all like that. It's the hologram of world. We need to touch many things. When you separate the heart, you can never treat the heart blood pressure or problem of the heart, because heart controlled by the brain, heart have effect by the kidney and the intestine, and even the pain in the leg also, that the heart, and the eye and the nose, all that in the combination. So in some extent, the positive therapy, affirmation, NLP, meditation, yoga, hypnotic therapies, it all uses to change the mind, to change the brain, and all the other will calm down and feel well. Separate that? No. In the Western philosophy, they separate all things, logical all things, but no. You cannot separate the hand to the heart. You cannot separate the heart to the intestine. You cannot separate all that to the mind, to the brain, and the skill and social skill and all other state of mind to the brain. That's our problem. In the traditional Eastern philosophy, it said all in the one. The brain control all, and brain is the king of the body, and it control all, and all have effect on the brain. They put the brain well. That's the meditation, and that the yoga do that, and the traditional herbal medicine used to do that. It's something very well. It's much more well to the chronic problem than the other. And many in them in the medicine have the medicine to attack to the brain to make the state of mind much better. The herb make the brain well, so it can easier. You cannot separate from insomnia from gastrology problem to the brain. That's our Eastern philosophy, and it really helps. If the brain, the state of mind, the condition respond, and all can read with the body language, you can read this. Oh, medicine cannot help if they still suffer stress, if they still suffer fear, and you can read the body language, they suffer fear also. So they will suffer stress, fear with the stress chemical, neither adrenaline, noradrenaline, and cortisone. The chemical of the state of mind, neither happy or stress or fear chemical. We have the dopamine, adrenaline, noradrenaline, cortisone. These side of the chemical have the effect on the body. We have the gut feeling. This is the best person of gut feeling. Why we have this side when we see this? Why we have this side changing in body when we see that? It's the gut feeling. In our brain system, we have the belief, strong belief, to change unconsciously when to the thing we see gut feeling. We feel gut feeling long before we understand what's happening. That's the gut feeling. That accumulation all need to combine to solve our problem, autism, ADHD, and depression. Even as a healthy, smart student, they got the problem higher than the ability. They have suffer so much stress, they don't have connection and love from the other. They can get depression, students can get depression, parents can get depression, and even CEO or leader can get depression. If they lack all of this, and they suffer more stress, and they can commit suicide to escape from that. Kids also, they know things like that. Yes. Let's see, the Eastern philosophy combine all each other, and the Western philosophy had learned well each other part very well. Now it's time to collect it all. You can view it, see it, observe it. The parent can affect the family, not separate the parent and change the kid of the parent also. The parent, state of mind parent can affect the family. The kid also, state of mind kid can affect the family. And the problem, the kid can affect all the family. That's the Eastern philosophy. The teeth of the church said, only one and one in all, yin and yang, in and out, a harmony. Looking or seeing out, you can understand in, and yin and yang in the Eastern philosophy also. So you can see on that side, even lacking the social skill, in and out of the body, up and down, behavior and stimulation. You can see that they are suffering stress. And the other, you want to learn to understand more about the situation in the 10,000 hour. The outlier. Margaret Well is very well is to explain it. That small and insignificant different can make they become the outlier. It's not the gen, it's not the food to make the tribe of the citizen live well and get less disease than the other citizen. So it's the outlier. It's not food gen but small insignificant difference. In the love and collection can make the outlier. And the girls who can who can have less autism and ADHD, and they can be outlier in this area because they live well in this. They have more chance of love and collection than the kid, and they suffer less stress. That's the outlier. So all of this we could look back to the teaching of the own great man to see our originality, and to see also to the other philosophy, neither religion and what is my body and therapy. There are no single stomach, there are no single praying, there's no single holy God or other thing. All in one, world are interdependent with constant changing, no single cause, and all we see may be the sign or symptom of the problem. No separating, nothing can cause all this. We have to change to the new one. Now to the in the cardiologist, no single thing can cause the heart problem. All other is accumulation. Million phenomena create one phenomena, and this one phenomena create the million other phenomena. So it's illogical. Computer cannot understand it. Scientists may not understand it, but philosophy and the leader can understand it. They can send this, the sect, the teaching, they can send it also. Now, so to this point, you can understand. The effect is gen and brain of the kid are the symptom, not the cause. The mind, state of mind control all. The state of mind put the note to all things, from learning, from living, from sleeping, from getting, from giving, and from playing, social skill, and from all other normal behavior. The state of mind put the load to all that, and the quality of state of mind determine the quality of all other. We need to understand that. Only the small organs that 2 kilograms but consume more than 20% of the energy of the body. We are wrong for so long. Yes, so the state of mind determines that, and no same state of mind, because state of mind be control or have affect 10 million billion other things. We do not concernedly see it at all. We cannot have the same dessert meal twice. We cannot have the same first kiss twice, and we cannot have the same all thing twice, because just in small amount like this, or in even teeny thing, in a blink of time, it changes much more than we can imagine. The world is interdependent and changing all the time. Nothing is static. We're sitting here, staying here, but we're moving around in the universe for 1,000 kilometers per hour. We move in the whole universe for 1,000 kilometers per hour. We not stay static. Look at the table, look at the body, all are empty from the energy. We need more, learn more to change, to understand our real philosophy, the true philosophy, and our who we are and our problem. Is that all our problem is the side of our suffering? When we violate or we forget that we are the human being, an animal being, that's the problem. And in my book, I put all in that, and put all the example, and put all the fact and the observation for all to test it, to see it, and to make the discussion, to see more and research more, to put some useful idea into protocol or into instruction for all parents or all people to save the victim, million victim, or maybe even the world peace and the world.